Hey, Derek Miceli here for ETV. On Tuesday, July 23rd, I was invited down to Ford Field to attend MAC Football Media Day 2013. The day started with an address from MAC Commissioner John Steinbrecher, during which he discussed the new policies being implemented into the MAC and college football as a whole. First, Steinbrecher announced that the College Football Administration passed a declaration stating that there will be a new targeting penalty. Players will be immediately ejected from a game for what an official determines as a high hit. However, there is still some uncertainty regarding what a high hit actually is.
If I go on, the one hit that's always shown on TV as being indicative of what they want to legislate out is not a hit, not a helmet-to-helmet hit. It's a hit to the chest where a guy loses them because his helmet crashed.
That or using the crown of your helmet.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we've got to get out of there. I mean, that's the challenge of what we're dealing with here. What I would say is, I would argue that virtually any hit we see in which the defender wraps up the offensive player is more often than not a legal hit. And the hits we focus on are when they come in high with a shoulder or an elbow or lead with their head.
Steinbrecher also announced that in 2015 the Bowl Championship Series will be replaced by a 4-team playoff. The teams will be selected by a specialized committee, and the committee will consider a team's win-loss record, strength of schedule, head-to-head results, and whether or not it is a conference champion. This will ideally reduce the number of automatically qualifying teams in the championship games. After the press conference, I had a chance to meet with defensive end Kalanji Kashama and offensive lineman Lincoln Hansen, as well as interview head football coach Ron English.
Just like the MAC, that's what we do. Growing our fan base. So anyways, do you feel that despite the losses of a lot of your starters from last year, that overall your team is more experienced heading into this season?
I do. I feel like we played a lot of young players. I know we played 11 true freshmen, and then really our second-year guys played a lot of football. And so that helps in developing depth and confidence, and I know guys have played a lot of football. So I do think we'll be deeper and more experienced football.
All right. I guess diving into that experience, I know 7 of your opponents this season were in bowl games last season. It's obviously a very tough schedule. Do you think that works to your advantage as a team, having the tougher competition, or would you prefer the easier? Hey, we always talk about winning the challenges, right?
Well, let me say this to you. Okay? First off, it is what it is. The schedule is the schedule. You can't do anything about it. And, there are a couple of schools of thought there. One is, you want to win games and you want to win them as easy as possible. But the reality is if you're a good football team, you got to be good football teams. And at the end of the day, if you're going to play for a championship, you're going to play a championship caliber football team. You got to win that game. So that's where I always have been as a football coach in terms of scheduling. I just think it is what it is, and it's about you being the best you can be.
All right. So just about a third of the 48 games under your leadership, they've been decided by 7 points or less. Now you won 6 of those games, but what changes do you plan to take to come out on the top of those closer games?
Yeah, I just think it's a training issue where you have to prepare to play 4 quarters and you can't get distracted whether you're 7 up or 14 down. You just got to keep playing, because if you pay attention to our conference, the leads are volatile. In other words, they change quickly, and deficits are too. And so, you just got to keep playing and have the mindset that, keep playing and let the chips fall where they may.
Gotcha. So, as a coach, how do you shut out the media and all the stuff that's always going around about, the conference, the team, the division?
I'm old, man. I don't, you know what? I learned a long time ago. I've been coach of the year a few times, and I've been the worst coach of the year, a couple of times. And so it's all the same to me, and it doesn't matter. And you have a chance to improve your reputation, for example, in this particular instance, or to maintain it. But I try to go day by day all the time, and I really don't get caught up in a lot of newspaper articles magazine article, what's being said, because the people in the locker room and involved in the program every day, those are the only people that really know.
Gotcha. All right, so again, this is Derek Miceli from ETV with head coach Ron English. Thanks so much.
Thank you,
for
Derek.
taking the time.
Yeah, no problem.
All in all, MAC Football Media Day was a thrilling experience, and I have high hopes for EMU football this season. So if I hear anyone bad-mouthing the football team during a game, you can expect a very condescending glare from the press box. This is Derek Miceli from ETV, signing off.